Sui. Sui is an undervalued crypto right now, only at about $1.50. It's been breaking down for a while, but had a pretty positive 24 hours, up about 10%, while everything else is kind of choppy and down a little bit. So we're going to dive into what's happening, what's caused this pump potentially. Now, before I get into it, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. These were cryptos that I thought were going to do very well. We're going to make a lot of money, which is obviously why I showed myself buying them up. These were their prices when I recorded and released my videos. These are the highs these coins hit in the last bull cycle. These are what your profits would have been if you'd have popped $100 into them. 100 into each would have been a $2,600 investment in the last bull cycle. That would have netted you a profit of about 123 grand in around about 16 months. Now, you don't have 16 months to get things sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. And if you've got cryptos you're not happy with, if you've got coins that are not performing for you, you've got to get it fixed. If you don't know where to begin, have a look at copymycrypto.com/YouTube. This is the special offer I'm running right now for my YouTube followers. You get full access to my site, full membership to my site for half price. And there is a 60-day money-back guarantee. On the site, I share with my members all the cryptos I own. Whenever I find any coin that I think can do very, very well, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the coin, the reasons I think it can do well, and the price I'll be buying at. Whenever I sell, I give my reasons for selling, and there is no work for my members. They're in and out of crypto, same price, so they make the same profit. If you go onto the site, you will see some of the profits my members have made, some of the successes that led to those profits as well, whether it is a meme coin that we held for a fortnight that did over 300x, or whether it's Phantom, which in the last bull cycle was one of the best performers. Myself, my members, we all got in at half a cent. It went up to $3.46. That's just shy of 700 times our investment. A number of my members became millionaires from that one alone. And again, this is all public record. You can verify it all on the history of this channel. And if you like what you see and you want to find out the coins that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle, all you have to do to find out is join up on the site. Now, Sui. So, been in a little bit of a downtrend for a few months, actually, well, at least a couple of months. And to be fair, you know, all-time high was just a little bit north of $5. $5.35 was its all-time high. So obviously it's pulled back a bit from there. There is 3.68 billion of the 10 billion tokens out. There are token unlocks that will be happening. So it is worth noting that the majority of these, barring the one in 2030, there's one in 2030 that's massive. That's the allocated release after 2030. But there are small unlocks, and I say small, but $55 million Sui come out December of this year. Then you've got basically 55 million coming out every single month now. And it is worth noting the majority of these are for early investors. Effectively, you've got, what's that, $62 million worth of coins coming out. 62, that can't be right. Yeah, 62 mil. So these are early investors, so they could easily dump on the market. So we could, every kind of start of every month now could be selling pressure. So it's certainly worth noting, while $62 million is only about 6% of the daily supply, daily volume. If it's 6% of pure selling pressure, that could easily push the prices down. Now, Sui is a layer one, quite similar to Solana in terms of where Solana was at in 2021 is kind of where Sui is at now. It's a very strong layer one that can do incredible theoretical throughput. They've tested, and it's been able to reach transaction speeds of 297,000 transactions per second. Now, obviously, that's a theoretical one. While it's been proven in a testing environment, it hasn't been done in a real environment. It hasn't been done based on actual transactions, actual need. So, there's still a long way to go in that. Current sort of transactions per second, you're looking at like 27. Peak is around 1,200, 1,300. That's the peak of transactions per second across the month. They're doing lots of like transactions. To be fair, they're doing 12.8 billion. That's what they've done so far. So it's getting definitely getting good usage, but not enough to really start pushing those transactions per second through yet. Now, recently it's had a little bit of a surge. When we're looking at the last 24 hours, up about 9% now. And everything's kind of a bit choppy. There's not really anything, certainly none of the main coins are like pumping or rising particularly, but Sui's up about 10%. This is probably off the back of recent news of huge inflows. There's been $2.4 billion worth of stablecoin inflows in the past 24 hours. Inflows suggest significant liquidity expansion underway, potentially influencing DeFi and asset internet initiatives. So this doesn't necessarily mean there's a huge buying surge on its way, but it's more likely that it's a buying surge than a selling surge. So this will be quite interesting. The potential implications for broader DeFi tokens are big. Sui's total value locked is approximately 2.1 billion at the moment, which has surpassed Aptos's. Historical trends show short-term boosts with inflows, but long-term gains rely on ecosystem adoption. So you do want to see more development occurring, but right now, very good sign that that with that net inflow of stablecoins, that's going to be dispersed around DeFi protocols, whether it's lending, whether it's borrowing, whether it is yield earning DeFi protocols. So as a result, and it might just be a series of buying. It might be that people are buying up on Sui and holding in decentralized wallets. That's absolutely possible as well. All of these are good. Well, any of these are good signs that there is going to be more money flowing into Sui over the next, sort of 72 hours to next week, right? And if that's the case, then we will, in all likelihood, start seeing Sui's price continue to rise. So obviously, this is where things are at right now for Sui, but it's a very good short-term sign. There has been lots of growth for Sui over the course of the last couple of years. I mean, there's over 163,000 coins found on Sui now. So development has been consistent. And yes, there's going to be a decent amount of wrapped, Bitcoin. There's going to be a decent amount of wrapped cryptos. But there's also tons and tons and tons of just crypto projects that have launched on Sui. So signs are really positive that this is going to have some net growth. I'll be very interested to see what happens with projects like Walrus. I'll be very interested to see what happens with the DeFi protocols on Sui. Are we going to start seeing them rise in price? Because if we start seeing them rise in price, Sui will probably also be rising in price. Or if we start seeing the total value locked increasing in some of those DeFi protocols, it is a sign that all that money, that 2.4 billion, is starting to find its place in the Sui ecosystem. But the short term looks positive. Long term for Sui, I still maintain, I think this can be a $10 coin. I think this can be at least 2 digits. This could easily be $10, puts it at market cap through 36 billion. Is that high? Yes, but right now with the net growth that they've had over the past couple of years, where they're at, and some of the big heavy hitter backers like Raoul Pal, who are going to keep singing the praises of Sui, that's going to probably drive retail investment pretty damn well. So there's plenty of reasons this can still get to $10 in this bull cycle. What's going to be particularly interesting for Sui for the long term is when we're in a bear cycle, how is development? How is growth? Are we seeing surges in meme development? Are we seeing surges in DeFi? Are we seeing adoption? Those things will matter most in a bear cycle. But the bull cycle, I still think, very real shot of $10. What do you guys think? How high do you think Sui's going to go? If you're a Sui holder, what are you thinking is going to happen this week based on that net inflows that's just happened? Let me know in the comments. And guys, we're in a bull cycle, and if you're sitting on coins you're not happy with, cryptos that are not performing, you've got to get it fixed. If you're not sure where to begin, get on to copymycrypto.com/YouTube. This is the special offer I'm running right now for my YouTube followers. You get full access to my site, full membership to my site for half price, and there is a 60-day money-back guarantee. On the site, I share with my members the coins I own. Whenever I find any crypto that I think can do very, very well, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto, the reasons it can do well, the price I'll be buying at. Whenever I sell, I do the same thing. There's no work for my members. They are in and out of coins, same price as me, so they make the same profit. And on the site, you can see profits made by the members, successes had that led to the profits, like Phantom. In the last bull cycle, very few people got in on Phantom as early as myself and my members. We got in at 0.5 cent. It went up to $3.46. That's just shy of 700 times our investment. A bunch of my members became millionaires from that one alone. This is all public record. You can verify it all on the history of this channel. And if you want to find out the coins that can do those gains, if you want to find out the coins that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle, all you got to do to find out is join up on the site, guys. If you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.